Do you want to be a controller god? Then you need the best Season 4 settings that will allow you to claim the title of Fortnite Pro and the Hall of Fame, glory, and the fortune that come with it. So here's the best controller settings to help you do this during the brand new season, Paradise. Let's start with some essentials. Turn Reset Building Choice on if you currently have it off. If you have Builder Pro on, then this won't matter much. However, pulling up your blueprints and seeing the wall appear helps your mind register that you've entered build mode. So there's the hot question, edit release on or off? If you're new to Fortnite, then edit or release can seem like a really easy way to edit without having to rely on the extra input to confirm it. While this does help you edit by flicking your stick, there are a few reasons why most pros have the setting off. It all comes down to aim. If you're flicking your controller, then your crosshair positioning can be thrown off and thus affect your accuracy. However, when you have to confirm your edit, you select what you want edited, then take position. It might seem a bit harder to get used to, but if you practice every day, you're going to get better at it and have a very useful way to take advantage of peaks. The first category you should be looking at is under Game Settings. This is your movement, and these configurations will help you navigate through your items and actions much quicker. First setting you want to change is the auto open doors. This will make entering your room much quicker. Under combat, you're going to look at hold to swap pickup. Turning this off will make looting faster for those high traction fights and encounters. However, turning it on has its benefits as well. If you're the type of player who constantly picks up the wrong weapon while reloading, then this is a must have because it means you can safely reload during a fight even if you're standing on top of the loot you don't want. Speaking of things you do want, how about some pro level coaching? Click on the link below to visit ProGuides.com and we'll get you set up with the latest strategies, landing tips, and help you come up with a game-winning strategy that will earn you the glorious victory royale. Your preferred item slot should be organized in a way that makes it easier for you to pull out whatever you need at a moment's notice. For controllers, we have a few different suggestions for you to try out. The first order would be shotgun first, followed by your SMG, a consumable item, snipers, and assault rifle. This puts shotgun at the front, allowing you to switch between AR and SMG using your bumpers. As a plus, you'll bring out your shotgun after your edits, allowing you to fire quicker. You also have your healing item dead center so you can switch to your optimal weapon after you're done recovering. This season, we suggest having your sniper instead of the utility item due to the fact that snipers are very useful for long-range one-hit kills again. So having that preset will help you not have to organize it again. Another option is having your assault rifle first, followed by shotgun, SMG, utility, and healing. Chrome Splash is the latest utility item and it's taking the community by storm. Because of this, you might actually be interested in having a dedicated slot for it, since it has a high carry limit and you'll be using it for mobility during a match. Now for the question of the day. You ready for this? Let's go. What is your personal sense and what helped you adjust to it? Leave your answers in the comment section below. Now, head to your controller options page and we'll make a few adjustments. We'll start with your edit hold time and your sliding. Edit hold time will be set to 0.200 by default. However, if you want to make your editing speeds faster, then you want to lower that to around 0.100. This is a setting you want to start getting used to if you want to improve on controller. Next option you want to swap out is the slide hold time setting. What you're going to want to do is to set it to 0.100 seconds. This will make it so you can slide as fast as possible without accidentally sliding when you don't intend to. For this next bit, you're gonna want to turn on the advanced option so you can see the full menu of options. Now we're really going to be customizing things to your preferences. For build and edit sensitivities, try out 2.0 and make adjustments as you see fit. Same rules as before apply. Then give it a run on creative editing courses and see how it works out for you. Is it going too fast? Do you feel too slow? One good way to figure out your optimal settings is setting your sense low and slowly working up your way to faster movement. This will help your muscle memory adapt so you can figure out just how fast you can handle things without letting them get out of hand. The look sensitivity is one setting you're going to want to test out before you settle down on it. You're gonna want to set those close to 40 range and up to 45 for both options, and you do not want to have two different numbers because this will throw off your muscle memory. Our suggestion is to pick a number and see how it feels. Play a few games and adjust the setting as you see fit. You want to be able to turn quickly, but you also want to be precise enough that you don't miss your opponent when you're trying to get your crosshairs on them. A new sensitivity isn't what makes you a good player, it's It's being comfortable with the choice you make, and that can take a bit of trial and error. Eventually, your muscle memory will take care of the rest, so if you feel like you want to make changes later on, it will become much easier to adjust. For your ADS, you're going to want to aim between 8 and 10 for both vertical and horizontal. This seems to be the average choice, though you are free to experiment with it as well. You are also going to see a series of other settings to play around with, such as horizontal turning or vertical boost, ADS boost, turning boost to ramp time, instant boost when building, and foot control. We recommend you leave these at 0% since they don't have much of an impact on competitive play and will only mess with your aim. Gyro controls also fall under this category, but if you have a compatible controller and you want to have a bit of fun, then go for it. So linear or exponential? This is a common question among controller players. If you're new to Fortnite, then settings can be somewhat difficult to figure out, especially with so many options. So here's a quick rundown of how it works and why you would want to give linear a shot. Exponential sensitivities tend to ramp up. This means you won't hit full speeds right away. It raises the longer you have the stick tilted. Meanwhile, linear sensitivity is instant, and because of this, can seem quite uncontrollable, but if you want to be a better builder, then you might want to choose linear. It's also much better for flicking your controller and getting those headshots with the shotgun. Exponential is better for aim, but if you truly want to improve, then you should start getting yourself used to linear, even if you find it difficult at first. Of course, if you choose linear, adjust your sensitivity accordingly till you feel comfortable with it. Dead zones are a useful tool, and if you have a brand new controller, then you can set this down as low as 8%. However, if you have an older controller, you might want to set it a bit higher. Why is this? Well, the older your controller is, the more susceptible it becomes to stick drift. If you're a controller player dealing with drift, this can absolutely wreck your game. However, by setting the dead zone higher, you can prevent yourself from making any unnecessary movement. For bindings, we're going to leave these mostly unchanged. Not all binds are the same for each controller. PlayStation and Xbox controllers to name, the more common controllers are often different due to the positioning of the stick. Some PlayStation controller users like to bind right D-pad as run while having switch mode as triangle or Y. However, if you have a scuff controller, then you want to assign your back paddles to help you with reloading, builds, and harvesting tools. Meanwhile, if you don't have paddles, you want to consider playing claw, and this will make the left, top, and right button on your right side controller easily accessible. We suggest binding reload, switch mode, and edits to these 3 binds in whichever way is most comfortable for you. However, also keep in mind that PlayStation 4 controllers are quite comfortable for double claw, though you should focus first on mastering right hand claw before jumping that far ahead. We may be focusing on controllers, but regardless, you need to turn this setting on. Audio-visual is underrated. It will allow you to see the sounds made by players, chests, and animals. You'll even be able to tell where enemy fire is coming from, and it really helps. So as long as you're here adjusting your settings, turn this one on for an immediate boost in your gameplay experience. Before we wrap things up, don't forget to check out ProGuides.com for some lessons from our pro-level coaches. That wraps things up for today. Did you enjoy the video? Let us know in the comment section, leave a like, and subscribe. Remember, the first step towards becoming a controller pro is by making your settings as flexible as possible. Do this, and you might just see yourself at the top of the leaderboard someday. Once again, this is Galvanize, and we'll see you on our next exciting video.